Hello. Okay, guys. Thanks for coming on and joining me today. I'm just doing a small little video of what me and Desiree 661, is that her name? 661 found on. Well, we just found something. It could it could be nothing, but I see some discrepancies here. So, there was two articles. Let's get right into it. This is regarding the necklace. And she found an article, and I said, hold up. I have an article saying something totally different. So we got the New York Times Post, and you guys can look at this. I'll bring it up. There's one from Fox News with Frank Turek in it. And then there's one with the New York Times. So she was showing me the New York Times one. And whew, it's just regarding the necklace in general. I'm just going to read it to you. I'll let you read a little bit of the New York Times Post, and I'll probably bring up the other article. So all we know about the necklace, she has it, right? I believe it's like part of the crime scene evidence, tampering with evidence. So this article from the New York Times says, okay, around her neck was the pendant, St. Michael, when he was shot. The medics had ripped it off his body while attempting to stop the bleeding. A trace of blood remained in the crevice of the cross. Okay. Now, who is the medic? Okay, let's just pretend the security guards are, because the only people that carried him to the SUV was the security guard. So why is it saying medics? So let's first of all say it was the medics. So that would be at the hospital then. They ripped it off. Okay. Maybe not. If they did, then they would have the necklace. They would give it to her. Make sense? I guess. Now, let's say the security guards are the security of Charlie, the ones that carried him to the SUV, Dan, Brian, Rick Cutler, all those people were the medics. This is still shady for me. There's two contradicting articles talking about the necklace. If it was ripped off by the medics, security guards, allegedly, whoever, wouldn't it be on the ground or in pieces or in half a piece? So if they ripped it off, I didn't see, is that what they did? They ripped off the necklace? Because it says here, the medics had ripped it off his body while attempting to stop the bleeding. Okay. And then the next article, because I told Desiree that I have the article where Frank, and I believe there's a video, maybe not, of Frank saying he had to go look. He was frantic. He had to go look for the cross, the necklace. So in this article, it says the group did not have access to the SUV they traveled in or personal items due to the initial police investigation. However, once the vehicle was cleared, Turek and Erica asked for her husband's cross necklace, which went missing from the rush. Turek found the cross draped over his computer bag, which Kirk was lying on, as the team drove to the hospital. Okay. And this picture, Erica's holding the necklace in a heartfelt photo, going to the chapel in Arizona. Okay. So two different articles saying two different things. What is real? What is not? Why does she have the necklace? I think we've already discussed this, that it's not, I don't know. I don't think it's right that she has it. And, it should have been with law enforcement. And which is it? Is it a medic that ripped it off? And then what, did somebody put it in their pocket? How did she get it? Because when she was at the hospital, she called Frank Turek and said, I need my husband's necklace. frantically looking for it. He found it in the SUV. Okay. These are all just, things that, you go back and you look. I've said this many times. You go back and you look at stuff in the beginning, it hits differently. I've said that from day one on many live streams, on many other people's YouTube live streams. I've said that, like, if you go back and listen to the memorial, that will hit differently. So, okay, I'm going to move on. I thought this was interesting, and I hope you guys all look up the article. Maybe I'll bring up one video of the article. So if you look it up, maybe I'll attach it to my X. So go to my X and I'll attach the 2 articles there. But I do have one of them just to show you that I'm telling the truth, everyone. This is articles from that day. So here's a little bit of it.
Cut short by violence he seemed to foresee. This article is by Robert Draper and read by an automated voice. During the past 11 days of heartache and anger, Erica Kirk has found herself returning, as if by gravitational pull, to a single moment. It is the recollection of how, on what turned out to be the last night of Charlie Kirk, her husband, he was too excited to sleep. His adrenal glands were just going off, she recalled during an hour-and-a-half interview on Thursday, 8 days after Mr. Kirk, 31, one of the nation's preeminent conservative influencers and the founder of the youth activist group Turning Point USA, was gunned down while debating students at Utah Valley University. He got up and I could hear him eating something in the kitchen. He'd been waiting all summer to begin touring. The visits to college campuses, she said, were like an Olympic event for him. He trained for them. He had whiteboard sessions for hours, mock debates. He was just so excited. Mr. Kirk finally fell asleep sometime later, in another bed in the house. Ms. Kirk heard him slip out early the next morning. She texted "I love you" to him before his chartered plane took off for Provo, Utah. A staff member later told her that he had overheard Mr. Kirk proclaiming to the pilot as he disembarked, "Today's going to be a great day." Ms. Kirk, 36, spoke in a composed voice while fighting through tears about a husband lionized on the right as an inspiration to young Republicans and pilloried on the left for his attacks on civil rights, feminism, and Islam. She acknowledged her struggle to make sense of an unfathomable tragedy. "I'm allowing myself to feel this so deeply," she said, "without medication, without alcohol. The Lord is giving me discernment." She sat in workout clothes with her legs folded under her on a couch in a rented condominium in Scottsdale, Arizona. Her husband often used the condo as a way station between their home in a gated community outside Scottsdale and the Turning Point USA headquarters.
Did you guys know that? Okay, so they sold their home and now they're renting out a condominium. So just putting it out there. Weird. And he's sleeping in his child's bed. I mean, is it a king bed? Because like he's 6'5". I don't know. Moving on, I just want you to hear the rest of this article.
In East Phoenix. Around her neck was the pendant of St. Michael that her husband was wearing when he was shot. The medics had ripped it from his body while attempting to stop the bleeding. A trace of blood remained in the crevice of the cross. The bathroom floor of the condo was still littered with towels from her husband's last shower there, a little more than a week ago. "To this day, I can't go into my bedroom," Ms. Kirk said. "I'm rotating where I sleep."
Okay. So, remember that. She's also rotating where she sleeps. Okay. Because, I did do a video on the note. She takes that note everywhere with her, and then in the back of that Glenn Beck video, the note, the picture frame is gone. Where is it? They say, like, Gigi put it down. Erica put it down so Gigi can see it. Okay, well, it's all weird, but that wasn't the focus of my whole entire video. It was more the Glenn Beck and her interview, how off it was. When she read the note, she takes the note everywhere with her. Making a mistake about how long he passed. He said 3 years, and he goes, "Oh, my apologies, 3 months." And then she starts laughing. Ha ha ha. It feels like 3 years, it really does. How, right? And, when somebody, this is just me, when somebody you actually love and adore, and in my mind, it feels like yesterday, but that's just me. And then he also did another slip up. If you go look at that video, I have it in my videos, the Glenn Beck interview, because it went viral regarding the picture. I don't care about the picture. I sent it to Baron, but I was more focusing on the everything else. The JD Vance picture on her desk, um, the note she carries around, the little oddities that I'm just watching what she was doing that day on the computer, and and Glenn Beck, because he did say, "Wow, what a way to go out! What a way to go out with a bang!" Like Shabbat Shalom or something like that. I'm saying Shabbat Shalom. Sorry, that's in my head. What a way to go out with the book. And like, why would you say that? What a way to go out. Anyhow, that's another video I did. Moving on to this article that I'm discussing. Two different articles just contradicting themselves. So I want you guys to tell me what you think about that, or if somebody else has talked about this, because there's so much information now, we don't know who's covered what, right? So I want to show also another video. And if I go there, hold on. If I go over here, first I'm just gonna, like this person on Instagram has just started. Like, I just thought this was really cool. There's a lot of clips here if you want to go check them out. Because I love watching his debates. So instead of going to TikTok all the time, I thought this was really cool. Daily fan clips. Thought that was really cool. I want to go on a little picture of her from the article. This was from the article. As you can see, like I had it here. It's up higher, but this is from the article. Look at her eyes. Do you see what I see? I see contacts. Maybe colored ones? Maybe Dr. Eyes helped her a long time ago. Allegedly with eye stuff. I don't know. Anyways, moving on again. I have a video somewhere here, guys. Sorry. So we all know that she was at this Trump rally, right? In 2012? Yeah, I believe. And she met, so she says, I want to try to find and see if I can find if she met Tyler Boyer before this. I don't know if that's their alleged daughter. This is what the picture says. I have no idea. All I know is she was there. At first, I didn't think it was her because the picture is so blurry. But we got evidence that she was there because she literally says it with Charlie Kirk on the podcast, which we're going to bring up right now, which I thought was so strange. Why would she? Oh, my phone is ringing. Hold on. Sorry. So this is the alleged daughter that they had together. I don't believe she had an alleged daughter. Like, that's just me. I don't think so. Hold on. Let me pull up this. I have to bring it a little bit further. I have to rewind it. Okay. Just, can I? Okay. Sorry, guys. All right. I will play.
There for 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
And we met through a family friend.
Should we go through the whole story?
Why don't you tell the story?
Do you want to give the Spark Notes version, or do you want to give...
We'll do the long-form podcast version.
Long-form podcast version. Okay. So you started Turning Point in 2012, right?
Hold on.
So Trump's first...
That's annoying. I'm so sorry. I don't know why this is on my screen. I'm trying to do a different... I guess it's not working. I'm trying to show this in big screen. Why is that in my screen? Okay. Anyways, I apologize. I will rewind this. It's a new thing I'm doing to present it faster. So hopefully you guys can see this.
together for 2 years,
Mm-hmm.
and we met through a family friend.
Should we go through the whole story?
Why don't you tell the story?
Do you want to give the Spark Notes version, or do you want to give
We'll do the long-form podcast version.
long-form podcast version? Okay. So you started Turning Point 2012,
Mhm.
right? So
Did you
Trump's
not
first
know?
rally in Arizona was when? And it was
It was the summer of 15.
summer of 15. So I went with
Wait. Oh my goodness. Okay. What is her problem? Does she not have memory? Does she have memory issues? Okay. She is the one there. Oh my God. Okay, so she doesn't know when they were married after this. Like, she has like a memory problem. I don't know. Did you catch that? She's asking him when she was the one there.
in 2012,
Mhm.
right? So Trump's first rally in Arizona was when? And it was
It was the summer of 15
summer of 15. So I went with my mom. I was a Trump fan
to a Trump rally.
to a Trump rally, his first one. And Tyler was there.
Tyler Boyer.
Yes, he was there with his wife, his beautiful wife, and his kids. And he came up to me afterwards and he was like, hey, we're starting this, or we have this organization and we're starting in Arizona. Would love for you to be a part of it. And it was one of those things where everything he said sounded super exciting, but I was getting ready to move to New York. And that was a season of life that I really prayed about. And it was something that I needed to move on towards. And so I said, thank you for all the information, but I am moving to Manhattan. And I was like, stay in touch. And we didn't really stay in touch all that much. And then I went to Israel.
Hold on. They didn't stay in touch? I don't know. I know probably this is a picture from 2019, but I'm pretty sure if I show it, they kind of were. Yeah, they kind of were together. But I believe before this. I just gotta find more pictures before this 2018, from 2015 to 2018. I'm pretty sure that they knew of each other, because you just don't get in a photo like this. That's BB's son, and he was in Arizona, and they all spent time together there. I don't think you're just gonna hang out if you never, okay. I have no idea. This is all allegedly. So she was at a Trump rally. She don't remember when. She's going, when was I there? And so Charlie, with the guy with the memory, and he knows everything. And he remembers everything. He remembers when she was there. He remembers when she met Trump, was 2012. But she has to always ask him, right? Am I right? Like, what year was that? I mean, I just found it odd. I just wanted to show you guys that, because I think there was a show Candace did when she met up with Erica, saying that she didn't know Tyler Boyer before, but she did. She met him at the Trump rally, which I thought was 2012, but it was 2015. I'm mixing the two things up. So that's interesting, and I'm gonna keep digging. Email me if you find anything like alleytopfiles at proton.me. If you can find anything of pictures of them together, from 2012 to 2018. I'm just wondering. I know she was doing a lot of traveling, but yeah. So I just want to show you that picture, because she was there, and so was he. So was BB's son. She went to Israel. Okay, March 2019. I took this picture because he I think they went on a plane together. Like, this is just me, because she's there, okay, in March 2019, and he is going to be in now people can post stuff at any time. Just because it's stamped doesn't mean that's when she was exactly in that country where she's putting her hand on the wall. It doesn't mean that she was there this exact date. People have to remember that. I could have a picture in my album. I could post it today, but it could be from 2 weeks ago. So I think these two went on a plane together, come back to Washington because they did hang out after this. So we're looking at the date. He's to appear at an event in Washington. So I just put these two posts together because I thought it was interesting. I don't know. That's just me. Yeah, if you want to watch the rest of the video, I'll probably try to post this later. It's a long video. Or I can just play the rest of it if you guys want.
And what year was that?
That was
2 years ago?
2000.
Again. Babe, do you hear this? She's asking again. She doesn't look at her face. She doesn't. I don't know where I was. I don't know. She didn't have kids yet, guys. Her memory. What is going on? Maybe when you have children, then you forget things, but no, I can't. Okay, I'll play it.
I am moving to Manhattan. And I was like, stay in touch. And we didn't really stay in touch all that much. And then I went to Israel. And what year was that?
That was
2 years ago?
2018.
2018.
That was May of 2018.
And that was the embassy
opening. So I happened to be there in Israel too.
And so I was on a pilgrimage with my mom in Israel. And it was our last day. And we were standing in the ticket line. And I remember just trying to deal with pulling together all of the documents and stuff at the ticket counter. And I turned around and I saw someone who looked super familiar, but I've never talked to them or met them before. And I looked at him and I was like, turned over to my mom and I was like, he looks really familiar, and didn't say anything. And then came back home and got a message from Tyler, from who I had met at the Trump rally, and he was saying, hey, you should come to Turning Point's office. We're having an office opening.
Okay,
we'd like to discuss.
So they did talk, her and Mr. Boyer. They did talk, right? Because she just said it there. She just said that in 2018, he told her, hey, you should come to the office, right? To discuss
with you about everything that we're doing with the faith component side of things. And yeah, we met at the office very briefly. Yeah. And that was you that was standing in line in Israel.
And then we went to Bill's Burgers in New York. Best burgers.
Oh my gosh. So then, do you want to tell that part?
You can tell it. They hear enough of me. It's all they hear is me.
Okay, so we get to Bill's Burgers, and I'm there thinking it's a business interview.
It started that way.
Right. So we sit down, and you grill me for what, 3 hours?
Yeah.
Easily. On philosophy, politics,
culture,
religion, culture,
economics.
What else? Everything else you can imagine, he grilled me. Anything he talks about on his podcast show, he grilled me on.
Okay. That was that. So we got some memory problems. We got her meeting Tyler Boyer and him setting up the whole entire Charlie Kirk Erica thing. So is this what it is? We already discussed this before. I think I discussed it on someone else's live stream. Like I showed this on Mr. Lecko's live stream. Okay. And then it went fire because he deleted this picture, or he's deleted it, not deleted. He made his Instagram private. Yeah. This is crazy. So I believe they were, so this is 2019, introducing the Arizona Israel Public Affairs Committee. Welcome, Yair Netanyahu to State 48. Okay. That was 2019. And they knew each other in 2015, probably before that. And they've talked from there to 2018. He brought her to Turning Point, and that's where she met Charlie. And he even said in a video somewhere, I drove Charlie to the first date, or talking to him about the first date or something. So, I mean, Tyler is really involved in their, you know, start of their relationship. Is it like, she was just placed there? I'm thinking that. I'm getting to that feeling. Anyhow, yeah, that I think is it. I don't really have much more to talk about unless I have something else. Let me look. No, I don't really think I have anything else. Yeah, so I just wanted to, talk about this a little bit and show you guys the article today to go check it out. I'll post the links on my X. X is alleytopfiles. And yeah, follow Desiree 661 because I feel like there's a discrepancy in both of the articles. And yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you. I have some upcoming things, really fun things coming up Friday and Sunday. So stay tuned and I'll catch you later. Thank you for coming.